Hello again, this is Tenpenny. As you guys know, normally I sing on my channel, but today I'm going to recite a poem. This was done for a school project, and I thought it would be kind of cool to do something different rather than I just had to film myself, but this is what I chose to do. This is The Hollow Men by T.S. Eliot, and before I begin, I would like to explain the epigraphs at the beginning of the poem. There are two. Mr. Kurtz, he dead, and A Penny for the Old Guy. Mr. Kurtz, he dead is a reference to Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness, which is a novel about British imperialism in the Congo. I don't really have time to explain it further, but if you've read the book, you'll understand how this fits in. And just so you know, an epigraph is a line that puts the work into the canon of that work. So T.S. Eliot put that line in to sort of let you know this is related to Heart of Darkness. I was thinking about Heart of Darkness when I wrote this. And the other epigraph is A Penny for the Old Guy, which is a reference to Guy Fawkes and Guy Fawkes Day, it's a British story. There was a guy, Guy Fawkes, that was sort of a terrorist. He tried to blow up Parliament, I think, and he didn't succeed, but they have sort of a festival every year, and there'll be kids wandering around saying, "A penny for the old guy," and they're collecting money to buy fireworks. But at the end of the day, by my understanding, this is probably not exactly accurate, they have a bonfire and they will burn effigies of Guy Fawkes made of straw or whatever else, but that's what we're talking about later in the poem, the straw men. That's sort of the idea here. And they will burn those effigies of Guy Fawkes. But without further ado, this is The Hollow Men by T.S. Eliot. Mr. Kurtz, he dead. A penny for the old guy. We are the hollow men. We are the stuffed men, leaning together, headpiece filled with straw. Alas! Our dried voices, when we whisper together, are quiet and meaningless as wind in dry grass, or rat's feet over broken glass in our dry cellar. Shape without form, shade without color, paralyzed force, gesture without motion, those who have crossed with direct eyes to death's other kingdom remember us, if at all, not as lost, violent souls, but only as the hollow men, the stuffed men. Eyes I dare not meet in dreams, in death's dream kingdom, these do not appear. There the eyes are, sunlight on a broken column. There is a tree swinging, and voices are in the wind singing, more distant and more solemn than a fading star. Let me be no nearer in death's dream kingdom. Let me also wear such deliberate disguises, rat's coat, crow's skin, cross staves, in a field behaving as the wind behaves, no nearer, not that final meeting in the twilight kingdom. This is the dead land. This is the cactus land. Here the stone images are raised. Here they receive the supplication of a dead man's hand under the twinkle of a fading star. It is like this in death's other kingdom, waking alone at the hour when we are trembling with tenderness, lips that would kiss form prayers to broken stone. The eyes are not here. There are no eyes here, in this valley of dying stars, in this hollow valley, this broken jaw of our lost kingdoms. In this last of meeting places, we grope together and avoid speech, gathered on this beach of the tumid river, sightless unless the eyes reappear as the perpetual star multifoliate rose of death's twilight kingdom, the hope only of empty men. Here we go round the prickly pear, prickly pear, prickly pear. Here we go round the prickly pear at 5 o'clock in the morning. Between the idea and the reality, between the motion and the act, falls the shadow, for thine is the kingdom. Between the conception and the creation, between the emotion and the response, falls the shadow. Life is very long. Between the desire and the spasm, between the potency and the existence, between the essence and the descent, falls the shadow, for thine is the kingdom. For thine is, life is, for thine is the, this is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.